Now, before I start this video, a big disclaimer, and I know these dolls are not ball jointed dolls. That I want to make very clear. The only reason that I'm using the term BJD the way that I am is because, one, YouTube has some seriously weird stuff going on since like a couple years ago with the whole Kappa thing. I also refer to them as BJDs because I am hoping to reach others who are kind of looking for BJD props or clothes, and they don't really have like stuff, they can't find stuff in the scale that they want, because even though these are not BJDs, they are still in very popular BJD scales, and are therefore props for them would work for BJDs in their scales. So another really big disclaimer for part 1 and what's going to end up being part 2, because I accidentally made this video too long, so there's 2 parts now. Big disclaimer. This is not sponsored. I am not sponsored by any of the brands mentioned, any of the stores mentioned, anything. I am just trying to help fellow doll collectors like myself find really good photo props. So, on to the video. Ciao lovelies, Zenaria here, and today I'm going to be filming a video that is about how, like, fun finds for props for BJDs. So, here to help me with my video today to demonstrate the props in the scale that they fit, I have Sunny. She is one of my 1/3 scale dolls. She is 60 centimeters tall, so about 2 feet, and she fits 1/3 scale doll accessories, clothing, that kind of thing, so she is in that scale range. I have Violet. Violet is a doll of mine who is about 18 inches. I mean, that's kind of an estimation, but she's kind of short compared to her sisters. She isn't, I don't think she's like a little over a foot, but that's about it, and she fits the generalized 1/4 scale doll clothing, not necessarily their shoes. She is a little weird in her clothing scale. So the first place that you can get pretty inexpensive things to use for doll props for photo shoots, I'm going to go over this very briefly because I've already done a video on specifically Halloween fun finds for wall jointed dolls from Dollar Tree. But yes, the first place is Dollar Tree. So last year for Halloween I got a multitude of props from them. Multiple places. They have just generalized like Halloween things that are really good. Like they have these little Halloween paddle balls. These work really well for oversized paddle ball games for the 1/3 scale dolls. They also have these treat buckets, which work well as a normal size for her or a large size for Violet. They fit really well in between scales. Last year I also found in their party section they have mini trophies, which work as pretty good medium-sized trophies for the larger dolls, and pretty good like large trophies for Violet's scale. This year I've noticed that they have pumpkin clips, which are little styrofoam pumpkins on like alligator clips. They're meant to be used for decorations or like decorating, but I took them off of their clips, which is pretty easy to do, and they make pretty good little pumpkins. A pretty good size one for Violet, and then a pretty good like little mini one for the larger girls. So they're good for use in photo shoots, and if you take really good care of them, you can use them like across years. Like you don't have to get rid of them at the end of the year if you take pretty good care of them. They have, like in their party section, they have miniature dishes pretty much. So they have these like mini bowls. I think these are meant to be used for like, I guess, small servings of like ice cream or something, but these make pretty good like large mixing bowls for the girls and like in the larger scale, and they make very large mixing bowls for Violet's scale. I could also see these being filled with small like candy looking things like beads or something, and being used as a candy bowl in a scene, so a lot of different variety with this one. The other thing that Dollar Tree has year-round in their party section that works really well for the girls are these mini plates. They come in a pack of 12, and they're super simple. They're supposed to be used, again, I think for like fancy hors d'oeuvres or something. I don't know. I'm not doing all that, so who knows. But they look like this, and they're these little like almost bowl-like tray things that you could use. You could spray paint these for serving trays for the dolls. I personally use it for Like you can use them for little like lunch trays or whatever. They work really well for a normal sized plate. It's about the size across of the larger doll's hand, so it works as a good doll plate for the larger dolls. And like a serving dish or a casserole dish or something, or a baking dish for Violet's good. So Dollar Tree has some good options, year-round, whatever. Pretty much just you kind of gotta like dig through. So let's get into the next place. Well, I say next place. We're gonna pop over to some items I found from some other stores. I don't usually have these types of things, but you have to look, I guess. So for the like more, I guess, niche sources, something that I found when I was on vacation was they have these little souvenirs that are, I guess, supposed to be like coin purses, but they look like little backpacks. They have the little straps and all, and a lot of them are actually functional, and all you have to do is take off the jump ring that sits to hold it as a keychain. And I found, once I brought this one home from vacation, that it fit Vi as a perfect backpack. I mean, like, it works perfectly for her. I mean, it's a great scale. And I want to replicate that in terms of if I could get her more, or maybe some larger ones. I found a good source of, like, backpacks that seems to be a little more regular, and that is the Shopkins Real Littles backpacks. These are pretty detailed. They have the straps, they have the top one, they have a front pocket and a main pocket that both work, which is super impressive. So that is kind of where I find those sort of props. Anyway, sorry, I have to think. They have, like, you know, those really touristy, like, novelty candy shops, and this was a little Hello Kitty Lucky Star candy that came in this little tin. And the tin itself is shaped like a takeout box, and I thought it was really cute, so I picked it up. And it looks like basically like a novelty lunch pail for the larger girls, because it is pretty big to be a takeout box size for them. And of course for Vi, it's almost like a really big thing of like furniture almost. So it's not really her scale, but it's not bad for the larger girls because it really does look kind of like a very big novelty lunchbox. This one, but I will probably do a more in-depth one on this place, but Party City, and for that matter also now, since it's time of year, Spirit Halloween. Anywhere that you can find, but specifically Party City for this in particular. So Party City has a section for party favors. You can buy them in packs, but they also have a section that they have little carousels of them, and you have a little basket and you can add them too, and they're really inexpensive. I mean, like, I think this was like maybe like I don't even think this was 50 cents, to be honest with you, but they had these little party favors, and this one looks like a little camera, and it's just basically like a little kaleidoscope thing. Like, you can scroll through images and look through the little lens. Barnes & Noble for a second, which is, I know, kind of unexpected, has a pretty good section up by the front when you go to check out. This section is their, hold on, putting this stuff away. This section is their, like, I guess, impulse section near the checkout. They have a little rotating stand that has like novelty items for, like, I guess desk decor. Oof. And with those, they usually come with like mini books, right? So I got this one from the mini terrarium that my mom got me a while back from Barnes & Noble, and it has this little book. It's like a fully written book, and this is a really good scale for the girls, either size, because it could just be a larger book for Violet. I have this little book that I got with the Lucky Cat that I bought for the apartment, and so they come with these little books so you can read up on the little items, and it's really cute. Plus they come with really cute little items. The one I really want to talk about today, okay, so this is wild, guys. So they have a set, like, in this novelty section as a tiny record player. And so, yes, first of all, it does play music. It comes with little records, comes with little albums. And here are the little albums it comes with. These are not vinyls, like, they're not traditional vinyls in terms of that's not how they function. They're made to look like those. So they are made to look like traditional vinyls, but you can see on the back there's a magnet there. These function, I think, through like some sort of magnetic thing. But the turntable, you can put on a record. This might be loud, so hold on. And then you turn it to start the music. So, hang on. That's cool, right? I think it's really cool that it plays, like, actually. And then the little, the record playing needle can be put back in its holder and moved over. So you can do it like a real record player. But yeah, it works by spinning it, because what I think it does is it's like a magnet thing that just, and I think it activates whatever part of the little player is supposed to play certain things, but they have a classic rock one, they have a 70s funk one, they have a jazz band one, and it comes with these little vinyl sleeves and stickers for the albums, as well as a little book. It comes with the batteries already in it, and like, honestly, oh my god, this little thing, I took so many pictures of Lily with this because, wow, she looked so good with the scale. Like, it was perfect for the larger dolls, absolutely perfect. And for Vi, it's still pretty good because it looks like larger albums. So it really works for their scale in such a good way. Like, I was mad impressed. Quickly touching on the subject of notebooks for dolls, because, I mean, I have so many of them for my girls at this point because of just random stuff I find. I have this one for them. It's like a large sketchbook. And this I got from a, like, pretty sure this came from one of those craft kits, like a Vendy's kit or something, but it is spiral bound, really cute. You can get composition notebooks that are much smaller but good for Monster High dolls at Party City as well, like the favorite section. As well as I have another spiral bound one. This one came with the Shopkins Real Littles backpack. It also came with a doll-sized pen, so that was really cool too. And those all work in the scale for either one, as long as you adapt it to the scene that they're in, kind of thing. Next, we have another place that I got some interesting finds. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I don't dump out these little tiny pieces. They go to like one of those tech deck skateboards. Michael's. I would know. I used to work at Michael's. We have, like, I say we. I'm not working there anymore. Michael's has a lot of very interesting things. It's always worth a look to see what random things you can find for dolls. This I literally got, like, I think late fall of last year when I was working at Michael's, and I mean, it's a bucket. Like, it's metal. Like, it actually is metal, and it looks great. I mean, they have a lot of different types of minis, so just honestly checking out Michael's and seeing kind of what they have, and honestly keeping an open mind about what, not only what they have, but what you can adapt into stuff is really important there too, because they have a lot of, like, charms and things in their jewelry section that I think would work also very, very well for dolls. Just saying. I also have this is the next place now, it's Target, which, there's more about it that I can't remember at the moment, but basically Target has some good stuff too. I got this little lanyard for my girls out of a Disney Princess mystery box tin, I guess you should say, because it's a tin. This is the tin that I got it in. It is a surprise tin that has a charm, a wristlet is what they call it, I guess, the little lanyard. 2 magnet cards and 2 puffy stickers, and that basically just has a bunch of, like, different things in there for that princess. So I ended up getting, like, the Rapunzel one for Tangled, and I actually used this tin to hold the albums for the little record player in, so it's like a little album holder. So that tin is good. It works well as a medium-sized thing for the larger girls, and it works really well for, like, a piece of furniture style thing for Vi because of her size. So this has already gotten really long. So thank you, lovely, so much for watching. There will be a second part to this video, so please stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please remember to give it a like, which is that little thumbs up button down there. I don't have a like to dislike ratio turned on, but that's mainly just because it encourages, like, trolling behavior if they can see it, so don't worry about it. Leave me a comment if you would like, and today's question of the day for the comments is, what is your ideal scale of doll? And if you don't know, like, the numbers for the scale, what's your ideal type of doll? Do you prefer the large dolls? This can be anything from large mechanical joint to, like, American Girls, any kind of, like, large collector doll. Do you prefer, like, a in-between type large doll? Do you prefer, like, a Monster High type doll where it's, like, a very collector's, like, fashion doll, like a 12-inch doll? Do you prefer, like, minis, like a dollhouse miniature? Let me know in the comments what your favorite, like, scale of doll is. I love them all, as you can tell. I don't have a favorite. I started doing photography with minis and worked my way up, so. but all of them are awesome. So that's just my thoughts. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to see more doll content, age-rate content, kawaii content, blah, 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 all that good stuff, and most importantly, all that fun stuff. So please subscribe if you want. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by 2022. That was the thing that I was saying before when I was filming, like, in batch. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, so that would be super awesome. So that is all of my self-promo business out of the way, so we can get to the actually important part of this video, which is where I get really weird about it because it's important to me. So please remember to stay awesome. I mean it, I really do. Please, just I mean it. I know it sounds weird, but like every video I just get really intense and like more and more intense about it, but like I mean it. You're really awesome. You're really cool. Just remember to stay awesome. Remember to love yourself, whether that's like tough love kind of self-care of like clean up your room today, whether that's the self-care of acknowledging what you've done right, even if you don't think that it's important, it's still important. Just remember to love yourself because it's really important. I think a lot of us forget to give ourselves back that love and affection that we give to others. So all that being said, remember to stay awesome, love yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, lovelies!